Well, this is where I'm camping at Barn Hill Station, and I just want to show you the view that I have. So that's the view that I wake up to every day, and you can see the view that I get from my tent. Absolutely magic. We'll take a walk down on the beach now and have a look down there. As we scan around, I just want to show you these incredible rock formations which are just behind me. This is what you see as you're walking along the beach, and as you can see, there's not many people. I can see one couple on this beach as I go for a morning stroll. Beautiful. Well, as you can see behind me, I pretty well have the beach to myself on my walk this morning now. Absolutely beautiful. It's 9:30 in the morning, the sun's shining and the water is clear. Scenery is actually quite stunning, and these rock formations just add to it. Not a soul here. How beautiful is that? And that point, which you can see in the distance, is where I've come from. This has to be one of the prettiest places that I've stayed. Reminds me of a Collie Wilson landscape painting. In the distance is where I'm camped. That gives you a 360-degree view. A few more people on the beach now. Looking down on 80 Mile Beach, and this is just one of the entrances. The tide goes out an awfully long way here, possibly half a kilometre, and you can see the tide is in at the moment, but it's receding, and this is the time that the salmon fishermen come down to fish, and you can see there's quite a few along the beach, but I don't think much is happening. This morning I'm going to go for a walk to the right in the opposite direction. I normally come down for a walk in the morning and again in the afternoon and just enjoy a stroll. So these are the salmon fishermen on the beach in the morning. That tide will go out very quickly. There's definite drop in temperature now, and you can see people are getting rugged up a little more. You can notice the drop in the last few days, so the winter clothes will be coming out soon. But you can see the number of people. It's like Fraser Island, fishing on Fraser Island. Oh, that's the number of fishermen along there on 80 Mile Beach. Okay, we'll continue our walk. This is what it's like when the tide is out. See how far the tide goes out. Almost a kilometre. Looking back to the beach, to the sand dunes, and I'm not even halfway with the tide out. Quite incredible. see how far from the shore we are. There's no fishermen really out there now, so they're all gone, and they'll come back when the tide comes in. As the tide is coming in, and before full tide is supposedly the time when you should come out to salmon fish. Well, I think I've walked 1 kilometre out here to get out here, and the tide is still going out, so it's probably going to go a little bit further before it turns. Well, as the sun sets on 80 Mile Beach, we'll say farewell to 80 Mile and we'll move on to Cape KERAUDREN. It's been a great stay. Well, this is my campsite, and I just want to show you my view. So that's what I look out onto, and look at the colour of that water, and that's what I'll be fishing from later. I understand when the tide goes out here you can actually gather oysters from the rocks. Well, this is what it looks like with the tide out. There's a rock out there and they call that the aircraft carrier, and you can see why. It's got that familiar shape. Wildflowers are starting to come out. Out there we have the aircraft carrier, looking more like an aircraft carrier all the time. Well, you can see the aircraft carrier has just about disappeared. Well, this is another view on the other side of Cape KERAUDREN, and I'm staying here for 12 nights, trying to get through half of the school holidays to avoid that extra traffic that's going to be on the road. So what do I do here for 12 nights? Well, I've got a little routine happening. I usually exercise in the morning, do some light weights, have breakfast, and then do a walk like this in the after breakfast, or do some washing, and then head back, read, have lunch, and then go for another walk, set up for dinner, and then back to reading an early night. Good thing about here is there are a few other campers, so you get to know them. I've got lovely people either side of me, so we always say hello and have a bit of a chat.